Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Thor, Issue 2, 2025. Ooh, alright. That looks fucking gnarly, and we get more of that in here, so let us crack into this. There alone was Thor with anger swollen. He seldom sits when of the like he hears. From Volspa, the Vala's Prophecy, the Elder Edis of Simon Sigfusson. Something's missing. Don't you feel it? You can't remember what it was, but you know it's gone. Things have changed, and they won't be the same again. Kristen Sock can feel it like everyone else, but nobody else has tried to draw it yet. Kristen's the first. That's probably why I decided she'd make a good neighbor. Who? As we hear knocking, and we see that she's drawing Sigurd, and we see Thor, and all that, and everything drawn on like a tablet and stuff, and somebody's knocking on her door. It's like, alright. That and the first aid kit, and the drill, and the bungee cord coiled up and forgotten in her wardrobe. Hi, it's me, Riddle Person. And look who else I found. He's not in very good shape. Mind looking after him? Thanks, Sigurd. Hello, Kristen. I'm sorry to bother you. Is that a stab wound? But those aren't part of the story. Not yet. Don't ask me. He was walking up the street like that. Have fun. Hey, wait, you can't just... I really like the art and seeing how kind of, like, mischievous they look. It's crazy. Not until the pieces come together. I am sorry. Lucky said you could help. I can leave if you... Just sit down over here on the couch, okay? I'm going to get you some antiseptic for the cuts, but after that I'm calling the hospital. I cannot afford hospital. If you have needle and thread, I can sew my own wounds. What is this? Sew your own. What are you, a surgeon? In your secret life? Where's that first aid kit? Kristen? This drawing on your netbrett. What is the English like a big phone? My drawing tablet. What about it? Is this me? As he starts seeing, and we do see it looking like him. And I like her kind of like just bouncing around, looking for her shit. And it's like, oh god, what's everything here? And I do like that the pages are black to kind of literally highlight and have them pop out panel-wise. Huh, yeah, I guess. That is a pretty strong resemblance. I didn't even know I was doing that. Weird. I did not know you were an artist. Right now it's just online commissions. This band I know needs some album art, something mythological. This just came to me. You might like them. Big Norwegian black metal influences. I like more Aha. That's got a suturing needle and thread in it. Thank my ex, the great outdoorsman. Antiseptic is in the cupboard over the sink, but I still think we should call a hospital, okay? Really, there's no need. Stitching a wound, this I know, but thank you, of course, because linking up with, like, Donald Blake's kind of stuff. So, look, don't keep me in suspense. What happened to you? That job you said might be shady? It was very shady. Strike breaking. I said to them no. I had words with them. The foreman, this man from Roxon, he had a motorcycle gang for security. When I left, they followed me. And it's really gnarly as we see that he's just pretty much telling everything going on, as we see him sewing himself up and dealing with all of his wounds. It's just like, ah, shit. Don't worry, we get more into it later on. They tried to kill me, for talking back, for saying no. Jesus, what did you do? I fought them. 2 of them I knocked down hard. The third, of course, then going back, ran away. It's like, the third ran. I do not know where to. And then we see that he like goes through the guy's stuff, seeing that it's let's see here, Gus Hawson, and pretty much seeing all this kind of stuff. The Rough House, but I have maybe a clue. Boom! It's like shit. It's like that's kind of cool right there. So, are you calling the cops, or I do not know if that is so good of an idea. I think they would arrest me, and I have no lawyer. Roxon has a lot of lawyers, I think. Yeah, that's probably how it'd go. Where'd you learn to stitch up a cut like that? I was joking about you being a surgeon, but I do not know. I just know. As we see that he was dealing with head wounds and stuff, and then dealing with, like, slash across his abdomen. Right, your amnesia thing. Look, keep the first aid kit. You can use it better than I can. Just get some rest, okay? You have been very kind to me, Kristen. It's Chris. And really, Sig, anything you need. We're neighbors. Well, I do not like to ask, but there are things I must do. In my apartment, I mean. I would need to borrow a drill, and this will sound strange, I know. But if you have some elastic ropes, or elastic, perhaps, or thin rope, like a bungee cord, another piece, coming together. It's like, Okay, let's see how this rocks. Don't you feel it? The rough house is upstate. Getting there takes 4 hours on the subway and then by bus. Lots of time for Sigurd Jarlsson to think better of what he's about to do. But he doesn't. Something won't let him. Something dead beginning to wake to life. A seed bursting. A great green shoot in the depths of winter snow. A change of the season. And we see him kind of looking at the rough house and then actually outside the building as he's getting ready. It's like, oh shit. So Gus and Big Ed are on life support. Big Ed's on life support, boss. Gus just has a fractured skull. Right. Big Ed's the one this guy hit so hard he might not see tomorrow. Gus, who I've known since I was a kid, he only had his brain pan smashed in. He's just catching a little beauty sleep. You fuckers think you're the hottest shit, and then when somebody comes and pushes you in, oh, that's when you get angry. Boss, two of our brothers, Kevin, heads busted open, bleeding in the rain, while you ran away. I gotta wonder what Thor would say about that. You think he'd be happy? Thunder God's private. No admittance. This means you. It's like, yeah, I'm not. So he then masks up and is like getting ready to do shit. Boss, he had a hammer, man, and you had a knife. You a coward, Kevin? Is that it? Because cowards don't go to Valhalla, do they? Boss, come on, man. Please. And it just goes to show people will turn anything to whatever they want. Okay, here's what's going to happen. That Swedish fish is probably cowering in whatever dump he lives in right now, thinking he's safe in that rat hole of a city. We're going to put the word out. Big guy, hair like a girl, foreign. Somebody's going to know him. Somebody's going to help us find him. And then, we don't kill him. We kill his friends, his neighbors, his dog. We take all he has. We teach him the rule of Thor. Thor is coming. He actually said that to you. He's going to die ugly. Knock. It's like, okie dokie, let's see how that works for you, motherfucker. We put the sign out, right? Top brass only tonight. Anybody expecting company? Could be Mitch's cousin. Go see if it's Merle. If it ain't, teach him a lesson about interrupting. Think you can handle that, Kevin? Sure. And, yep, good quality. Here's the staples, no loose pages. Right, we're going to bring the storm down on this little princess. We're going to teach him what Thor means. Who Thor is. The god of the storm. God of will and power. God of strength. And strength wins in this world. It's not love or peace or any of the weak crap the moralists say. Okie dokie, dude. This world is what you can take and who you can hurt. Nothing else. What? And it's like, okie dokie. Let's see how that works for you. As we see him using the cord and hammer and just, bam. Just smashing the guy's face in again. God, the art just is so brutal and good here. It's fucked up, man. And then he just pulls it back with the bungee cord. It's like, okie dokie, man. That's a good shot there as it goes back into his head. It's like, alright, let's see Thor like this. You talk of killing my friends, taking all I have. I have not so many friends, and not so much to take. If I ever had a life, I forgot what it was, but I remember what I know of Thor. Badass like that. The Thor I know, he is not the god only of strength. He is not the god of taking and hurting. He is not your god. The Thor I know is a protector. And if he sees a thing that is wrong, he must break the sky to right it. Damn fucking straight. As somebody's pretty much trying to come up behind him. I'll break your face, dead man. So, you want Thor? And then he just fucking twirls the hammer at him and just fucks his head up. Shit. Wrapping it back out. Then here he is. Rush him, damn it. He's one man. He's just a, hey, Thor, nice hammer. Too bad you brought it to a gunfight. As he pretty much starts, like, taking the people out. Damn. As the guy's got his gun on him. This is probably the craziest kind of nuttitude scene. He throws the hammer at him. It shoots. The bullet then ricochets off of the hammer and hits the dude in the head. I'm pretty sure he's dead, but it's like, boss, holy god, the boss, you son of a... As he's got a chair and thraps it at Sigurd. How'd you like that, Thor? How'd you like that? I'll jam this through your throat, you piece of... And of course, he's still got the hammer around and then swings it kind of crazily, going for the dude. No! Crack. Oh God, I'm sorry, okay? Please, just no more. Bury your dead and change your life. All of you, change your life. Or I will come back. As he pretty much goes and, like, even, like, takes off his, fold around his face. And that's when he called me. So I called my head of office back at Roxxon. They gave me your number. Here we are. Apparently, you're the guy. The guy? Yeah, the guy I should have come to for security instead of bringing Cousin Mitch into it. The guy who handles the unconventional options. I'm the head of the snake or whatever. Look, I don't know how much I can say on the phone. It's a very secure line. But you're right. I am, as you say, the head of the snake. In fact, I'm the entire serpent. But let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Hennessy. As we see him, like, talking on the construction site, but then going to this other person. Call me Blake. It's like, okay, this is not really good there. Storm warning. Snakes in the grass. Roxxon Construction has a vigilante problem. But whoever this Thor is, they know he's only human, and the people they've hired to find him are much, much more. Somewhere in the city, a man with a hammer is being hunted. Ooh, that's gnarly. So, I enjoyed this from seeing the come down and him kind of working with Kristen. Loki pretty much narrating kind of the stuff of how he's kind of bringing himself into a different kind of way of Thor. Of utilizing the plungy cord and probably the drill thing and everything, and being like, and just like thracking it around, and you're like, this is kind of stupid. It's not like Mjolnir. It's like, it kind of is, but it's kind of more brutal. But I get wanting the more mythological kind of aspects, and then seeing the like the roughhouse people be like, we're gonna how they view Thor, and how Thor wasn't any of that, and how people can just take whatever kind of symbol they want and twist it to whatever they want, and it's those assholes. Almost kind of harkening back to kind of like the Superman kind of thing from the movie, where Pa Kent's talking about how it says more on Superman and Clark for wanting the message from his parents to be good and to be a good person and help people than the actual full kind of message, where it's like, yeah, sometimes you get people taking a good thing out of a bad message, and sometimes taking a bad thing out of good messages and being like, yeah, we're gonna make Thor like this, and Thor's like, no, bitch, and then just completely and utterly wrecks them and does some crazy ass shit. I was not expecting the bullet deflection and kill like that. That's like, holy fucking shit. And then we get the introduction of Blake, and I'm wondering, this is probably Donald Blake, even though he was kind of like locked in that kind of third place Vidblane with Thor when everything kind of went down. So we'll have to see how this kind of shakes out. Now, I don't think this is going to be called the Serpent Society, but it's probably going to be called something like around that kind of lines. So we'll see how this kind of works out of them fighting and what kind of ramifications are going to come from this. I'm like, okay, cool. Good art. Good action and shit. I mean, I like the quiet moments and how they're kind of done, and how we still get kind of frenetic action, even though, as we see Kristen trying to find the first aid kit, and then just seeing the brutality of, like, the smashing of the hammer against all these people. It's like, this, they're like, oh, you brought it, you have a knife, you should take out this hammer, dude. It's like, okay, as you can see, you had a gun, that didn't work, motherfucker. So, I can't wait to see where we start going next. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.